the most tremendous new musical experience you can have.
Right, what's up, y'all? It's Logan, and I'm here bringing y'all this review to this newest PartyNextDoor project called PartyMobile. Now, P&D is an artist off of OVO who has dropped a couple of records that have not really, or that have caught the attention of a lot of people, but have not really impressed me or a lot of people, honestly, lately. I think he's capable of dropping really good songs, really good vibes, but just not capable of dropping an overall great project. But I have been looking forward to hearing new stuff and hearing if he can change that narrative. With this one, it comes in at 15 tracks, 56 minutes. And this is his first full-length project since 2016. Again, the one in 2016 was not great. Had some good tracks off it, but overall not great. So I went into this one thinking, hoping that it could be better. I had two features on it, namely Drake on the song Loyal, and then he manages to get Rihanna on the song Believe It. And this is Rihanna's first feature since 2017 when she was on Lemon by Nerd, which, for those of you who don't know that song, it's freaking amazing. She raps circles around that song, man. She kills it. So I was looking forward to hearing this feature and hearing what she could come with. And we will get to that. So first we'll talk about what's good with this project. First off, it is very easy to vibe with. Again, just more easy, vibeable songs. You know, some sad tracks, some chill tracks. Overall, that's what you can expect from P&D. Always dropping tracks like that. Generally pretty good beat selection. Again, stuff that fits with the songs. And just gives you that vibe that you need. And then when the auto tune that he's using is hitting, it hits well. And generally speaking, he has some good vocals on here, albeit a little bit understated at times. Apart from that, the other good stuff, when it gets sad, it really works. That is the best. Like that's the best type of song that he can make, is the sad tracks, such as The News. I really did enjoy that track. And then the singles leading up to this were pretty good. You know, The News, Loyal, and Split Decision. Just getting into some of the tracks, I do really enjoy the paradigm being presented with The News and Split Decision, those being back-to-back tracks. Of course, The News, where he's talking about being cheated on, and Split Decision is where he gets caught cheating. I really like the paradigm there. I love those two tracks. I think The News is probably one of my favorite tracks on the album. I didn't care for Split Decision as much, but again, still, those two going back together, I thought that was a pretty good part of the album. Let's see, and then, namely, Savage Anthem, I think is probably the best track on this album, easily. Overall, we just highly support songs that support toxic masculinity. Like, we anthem those. Being totally serious here, the topics on here are a little comical, and many guys can relate to them whenever you just have a strong distaste for an ex or a girl that you might have used to have feelings for. Oh yeah, it's definitely being very toxic, but again, I mean, that's just an enjoyable kind of track to hear, not one that you want to like go for and be like, yeah, I want to be like that, but still enjoyable track. I feel like a lot of people are going to enjoy that one. I've actually already heard quite a few people giving praise to that one, and I really enjoyed that track as well. And again, like I said, songs usually give the vibe you're looking for. But to segue into what I didn't like about this, a lot of the time they were a little too minimalistic and underdeveloped, a lot of them sounding the exact same. As a matter of fact, a lot of the tracks sound the exact same. I'm going to quote my girlfriend here, as she told me that when she was listening to this, she kind of zoned out. You know, she was doing other stuff. And tuned back in like a few minutes later and thought she was listening to the exact same song. A lot of the tracks on here sound like they are the exact same. Not a lot of differences here and there. Overall, I mean, it sounds like 56 minutes of the same song almost, with a few minor differences. So that can get extremely boring. And yeah, I thought that this was an extremely boring album. It was very uninspired. Just where, again, a lot of it sounds too similar. A lot of the ideas are the same as he's done before, and just the same all throughout, talking about failed relationships, trying to bring them back together. He's kind of like a one-trick pony here. That's honestly that's what I can say. To talk about the features, again on Loyal we have Drake, and Drake is extremely underused on this one. It's a decent track, where P&D actually has some good vocals on it. Drake has some good vocals, but again, all Drake really does is sing the hook on it. So he's hardly even used. I was expecting a Drake verse maybe, but no, we got nothing of that. He was very underused. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Loyal remix before I talk about Believe It with Rihanna, even though the Loyal remix is the last track. Loyal remix, it has the same from Drake, so I'm not going to talk about that again, but then it adds Bad Bunny on there. So that's the main difference, where Bad Bunny gives a verse. Of course, it's in Spanish, so I don't actually understand what's being said, but overall, I mean, it's good. It doesn't do enough to change the song, but, that being basically a bonus track, that's cool. That's fun. It's not a bad track. Even the original, the original's not a bad track. It's just when you get a big name like Drake, you got to use him more than that. I know they've collabed together before and done better than that, so why on earth is that what you're coming with? But then you get the song Believe It with Rihanna, which again, that was the big driving force for me to say, ooh, I'm excited for this album. Has a really good vibe to it, good beat selection. It's a good song, and both give great vocal performances. That's all the good I have to say about it, because Rihanna is barely on this song, man. She basically just harmonizes with him on the hooks and then provides the final chorus as a solo. I mean, she sounds great, but that's all she's doing. She harmonizes with you twice for the hook, and then sings the hook by herself once. That's it. She doesn't even get a verse. Man, why are you getting Rihanna on a track if that's all you're going to have her do? Use that talent, man. She's an amazing artist. Again, her first single in 3 years, her first feature in 3 years, and this is all you're going to give us? I don't know if that was because of her or that was because of him, but at one point you should have just said, you know what? I'll just do this song myself. Because that's basically what you did anyways. That is such a waste, man. I was so disappointed when I got to that. That was like the driving force for me to say, I'm going to listen to this. So yeah, overall, breaking down this album, it was so boring, wasteful. There's nothing new. A lot of good stuff to vibe with. Honestly, at first, once I got through the first 2 tracks, I was pretty excited to get through the rest of it. I was like, okay, I like the vibes I'm getting here. But then I started to realize, okay, this still sounds the same. I thought you were going to change it up at some point. I think I'm still listening to the same song. I can't believe you wasted Rihanna. I mean, a few good tracks aside, this is a very disappointing album. There are those good tracks that really make me like, okay, let me hold on to those and hold them dear in this one. But yeah, I did not care for this album all that much. Was it bad? No, I mean, like, it's just as an album as a whole, it's disappointing. Like, singular tracks, if you pick out any singular track from this album, I can't say they were overall bad. It's just like, as a whole, you get the same thing all throughout, and none of it really impresses. Even the best songs don't really impress, aside from Savage Anthem. There's not much I can say about that. I'm going with a 4.5 out of 10 on this one. It's not so bad that I can say it's just awful, but it's not good either. It's not... I have a hard time even saying it's decent. It's not really decent. It is on the bad end of the spectrum. So, yeah, just extremely boring. And I'm not going to say you need to listen to this one. Honestly, just listen to the songs with the features if you want to. But again, you're going to be disappointed. Listen to Savage Anthem. Listen to The News and Split Decision back to back. Other than that, you can skip this whole thing. If you enjoy P&D, check it out. It's not much different than the rest of the stuff he's released. If you don't enjoy him and you don't care to hear any of it, you don't have to listen to it at all, because this definitely is not going to change your mind. That being said, that's all I got for y'all on this one. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Comment your thoughts on this one. Comment what you think I should listen to next. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to my name for notifications for when I post. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to share this video so your friends can watch and hop on the train as well. I will hit y'all up next time.